So today I'll be showing you guys how to solo queue to Masters. Now for starters, I do not recommend doing this at all. I recommend going into Discords and finding teammates so you can play with them, because soloing to Masters, it takes a toll on you. It really does. I did it because, well, I'm the best, but I'm never doing it again. Like, I promise you, if I do it again, I'm gonna do it again. But anyway, the first and most important tip to solo queuing to Masters is your mentality. Now, I'm sure you guys have all seen Timmy. He solo queued from Bronze to Predator in one stream. And the reason why he was able to stay strong throughout the whole thing is through his mentality. This is what got me through like slumps where I lost like a couple games in a row. I lost like 200 RP, etc. And everyone goes through these stumps. It's not like you're gonna gain forever. There's always gonna be games where you drop and then you die off spawn. You're gonna get third party by like 4 different teams. And if you end up letting the slumps get to you, you won't perform as good as you should be. So what I recommend doing is when you lose RP 2 games in a row, you take a break. Now what I usually do is I play arena, pubs, or I'll just get off the game and come back later. Sometimes you just need a mental reset from this game because it does take a toll on you, like I said earlier. Like when I got Masters, I literally just did not want to play Apex like at all. Just remember the golden rule is your mental health. Now my second tip to solo queue into Masters is that you want to be using your mic. Now if you're on console and you don't have a mic, use your pings. That's the least you could do. But I really recommend like buying a mic or something like that because comms are extremely important at this rank. Using comms is going to be the difference between winning the team fight or losing it. It's as simple as that. You'll have a much better chance of winning a lot more team fights if you're using your mic, because you're going to let your teammates know, oh, back up a little bit. I'm using a battery right now. Oh, this guy's 1 HP. Oh, this guy's popping a battery in this corner. Gaby's rezzing in his bubble. I do see some people using the little chat thing that they have for comms. I mean, it works, but like you could get in a situation where you're typing in the chat and then you just get pushed by a team and then you just get caught lacking. And also, if someone's already talking in your team and they're like calling out plays like, oh, we should push this, oh, we should disengage, then that's called an IGL. I'm pretty sure y'all know what that is at this point. In-game leader. I talk about it all the time, but this is probably the most important person on the team. And if you know how to IGL, it's an extremely important skill, because you're the one that's going to lead your team into like a fight after fight, and it's probably going to be the main reason whether you lose or win. Now there's obviously always going to be other factors that determine whether you lose or win, but the IGL to me is probably like one of the most important things. Obviously there's going to be times where your teammates just don't listen to you. There's going to be times where your team's going to be fighting an unwinnable battle, and then you're literally going to be like, okay, we literally have to go. There is a 4th team coming to fight us, and they're not going to listen to you. And if that happens to you, they are going to be lost causes, and you're going to have to just leave and just play for placement, play for RP. Just don't try to fight the fight if it's an unwinnable fight. And that also kind of leads into the next tip, which is when you should be fighting and who you should be fighting. Now if you're not getting early KP, you landed in a place and you didn't have anyone landing with you, do not worry, because at the end of the game, when there's like 5 squads left, you will get your KP. You kill those teams, you get your KP. It might not be max KP, but you will get your KP. Do not worry about, oh, I have 0 KP in mid-match, and you're like, okay, let's push this one team that's over here. Because most likely, those fights in the middle of the game are the ones that are going to kill you. Why are they going to kill you? Because there's 10 to 12 other teams alive, and you're going to have, more than likely, one of those teams is going to hear you fighting, and they're going to come third party you. Basically what I'm saying is, in the middle of the game, you do not want to be the team that starts the fight. If a team pushes you and you're fighting, make sure you keep that fight under 30 seconds. And about 30 to 45 seconds, that's a good team fight. And if it takes any longer than that, if you have 0 knocks within that time frame, you want to back up. Now, the reason why you back up is because teams will have heard you fighting at this point. As you all know, gunshots are extremely loud in this game. If you're fighting for more than 30 seconds, 100%, you're going to have another team knowing exactly where you are. So in summary, land secluded, the max amount of teams that you should be landing with you should be 0 or 1. Since you're solo queuing, obviously you're not going to know like the level of skill that your teammates have, so it's better to play safe than sorry. And also do not get discouraged if you didn't get KP in the start of the game, because in the gameplay I'm showing right now, I had 0 KP at the start of the game, and I only started getting KP like at top 7. And I ended up getting like, you'll see, but I'm pretty sure it was like 4 kills with like 7 assists, I'm pretty sure. So there's always going to be time to get KP in endgame. Always. Now for the next tip, I'm going to be talking about which legend you should be using. I really recommend movement legends when you're solo queuing. Your team might get in a situation where you have to run away, and as Octane, you can place a jump pad for them and you can get out of there. As Wraith, you can place a portal for them and get out of there. Valkyrie, you know her ultimate. It's really extremely good for rotates. I've been playing a lot of Pathfinder recently, and he's extremely useful. His zip lines are extremely good, and the fact that he can scan survey beacons is extremely good for him. And that's also one of the things that you should be doing. If you have a recon character in your team, make sure you're taking advantage of the server beacons, because this will let your teammates know when to rotate and where you should be. Because getting ready for endgame is extremely important. Because it's going to be like second or third ring and you're going to be held back because your enemy knew the zone and you didn't. You always want to be 10 steps ahead of your enemy. But anyway, that's all the tips I have for today. If you guys have any more tips, leave them in the comments below. Leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe for more content.
Pushing. Yeah, knocked one.
He's cracked. Shit, guys.
Let's go.
Bro, what the fuck was that end game, bro? Like, what am I fucking playing? Ladder fucking masters, dog.
Nah, I called Amir. I called the end game arenas with life.
Bro, I swear to God, I asked you for shield cells more times than I fucking had fucking. Bro.
Nigga, that's like the first time.